Hey everybody. Lately, DKOldies has been the target of a lot of hate, so I figured why not buy some from them and see if I also get sent a piece of filthy junk or not. So, as you can see here, it was from DKOldies. This package that arrived as a packing slip. I got the N64 console only. It was around $100. That's how much I paid, and it's packaged decently enough. Got the bubble wrap here, but we will soon open it up to truly see what secrets it holds. And I got the standard system and game startup paper. We can just throw that away. I know how to use an N64. Come on. And at first glance, it looks alright, except we got a big chunk busted out of the shell right here. Oh well, and then we got the DKOldies warranty sticker. So we'll be ripping that off later. But other than that big busted piece here, it's not too bad. But before we open it up, let's see if it starts. So I'll disconnect my Pokemon N64 and plug in the one from DKOldies. I've seen a lot of videos lately of people receiving consoles, some of which don't even turn on. So let's see if ours fares any better. And classic Pokemon Stadium, of course. And we got a power light, good sign. And as we can see, there it is. Let's turn it on. Alright. So at least it works. So we're already miles ahead of some people's packages that I've seen online. At least it turns on. But is it truly refurbished, or is the inside a mess? That's what we're about to find out. So let's rip it open and see what we got. Here, if we zoom in on the DKOldies little adorable warranty sticker they try to stick on these things, it actually looks like there was a prior sticker that got removed and then this new one slapped on top, because you can see some of the old residue from another one of the warranty stickers kind of offset from the current one. So that almost suggests that this one was sent to somebody. They didn't like what they found inside and sent it back, maybe. So I don't know if that is a good or a bad sign for what we're about to find. But we got the expansion port, not too bad. But I think we can start opening this. And I also noticed that the memory expansion cover is like a different shade of gray there. So whole different. So I'm gonna take one from my busted N64 and swap it so it matches. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. But now that that's sorted, let's crack into it. And I also have the trusty 99% isopropyl alcohol, because I know we're probably gonna have to do some cleaning in here. First, we'll pop out the little expansion card here, jumper pack, and which I also notice here that it's actually a third-party jumper pack. It's not even an original one. Never really seen one that looks like this before, but apparently it's from a company called Old School, maybe. So it's not manufactured by Nintendo. See, right there it says. And 2018, Old School, registered trademark. So I probably can also take the actual Nintendo jumper pack from my busted N64 and use that instead to try to keep this thing more original. One should look like. Alright, Nintendo 64 jumper pack. The Nintendo logo on the back and everything. So, perfect. I have to remove all these screws and take off this pesky sticker. They can't stop us with a sticker. Come on. We remove it, and this last screw wouldn't come out, but the whole thing seemed to lift off anyway. But it appears that one of the screw posts literally broke, or was already broken, so that's why the screw kept spinning. But by grabbing it from the other side, we can kind of twist that off. So it's another good reason to swap the top half of the shell with my other one, just so it has all the screw posts intact, so I can screw it together properly. But yeah, it feels like somebody might have used too much force when screwing the thing back together and just snapped it. I'm not sure if that bodes well for it being open before, but I don't know. But the inside does not look horrible at first glance, but you can see quite a bit of dust covering the metal shielding. And for a good test of the cleanliness, we can take some isopropyl alcohol and let's give it a good scrub here and see what we got. Yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff coming off, so seems once again this was not priorly cleaned as advertised. And oof, man, it's filthy. Take a look at that Q-tip. It's disgusting. Look at this. Ugh. Just like complete black of dust and grime. Ugh. So I'll have to give that a good rub down after I remove the plate fully. But not impressed so far with the cleanliness of this. Maybe DKOldies and the rest of the world has a different definition of what the word refurbished means, because they claim over and over again that they fully test and clean all their systems before sending them out. This may have been tested to function, but it surely wasn't cleaned. Unless they just take a little bit of compressed air. Even compressed air probably would have did more than what this seems to have done to it probably, but they could have just blew right through it without even opening it up. They couldn't get the dust off of the vents and stuff, but they didn't actually wipe anything down. But to get that disgusting, filthy metal plate off that we'll have to wipe down before we reattach it. And then the interior plate, also kind of dusty looking. We can get rid of this. Oop. That is off, and now we're down to the board. Let us examine this a little closer. At first glance, it looks pretty bad. If you see all the grime on some of these contacts of the chips. Yeah, this was not cleaned at all from what I can tell. Just complete like dust and some kind of something right there. I don't know. Just covering the board. And yeah, look up here. It's like, ugh, man, this dust bunny just running wild right through the system. But yeah, a lot of the chip contacts seem to be pretty dusty. So, just like almost every other YouTube video I've watched on the subject, it appears my system also was not cleaned thoroughly, as they seem to insist that they do. I swear, I don't get it, I've watched quite a few videos of people opening up systems, and they're all filthy. And some didn't even work, so I don't know. I figured I would throw my hat into the ring to see if, I might be the anomaly in the whole thing and actually get something clean, but appears not. We just rub one of these, or just rub across these pins with our Q-tip. You can see a bunch of stuff came off. A lot of just dust and dirt. So, I guess I'll be refurbishing this myself and cleaning it up before I put it back together. And we can show them how it's done. But that's disgusting, man. Come on. And they keep insisting on the fact that they actually, clean these things. But here we go. Now, this looks much better. See? I've cleaned it up. Wasn't too hard. I cut the video there, but it didn't take too long to do it. And we see, look at this metal plate. Looks like 100 times better. I can almost see my reflection in it, yeah. And after we screw this one in, we can get back to the top plate here. Alright, we got all those screws back in. And now we got the top plate. So clean you can eat off it. But see, this is what a properly refurbished and fully cleaned system looks like. DKOldies. I'm probably not perfect at it, but I would expect somebody like DKOldies who does it for a living to, be competent enough, but I don't know. Maybe they're not. But all those screws are back in, and now I'm going to take my broken N64 apart and use the top shell to replace the top shell that came with this one since it was broken. Which is also something that kind of sucked. And see, I got this. This one has like a Zelda jewel on the front. But at least it's not broken. You can see based on the bottom, yeah, this is still the same N64. We got the DKOldies residue from the sticker and stuff, but now the top half is all beautiful. Or maybe at least not broken. So let's get all these screws back in, and then we can test it out to make sure it still works. And we're going to put in the jumper pack, an actual first party one this time. And not that third party, whatever it is they gave me. Which, I suppose it's okay, the third party stuff, if it works, but they don't really disclose that on the website, and for the price you're paying, you expect it all to be first party, kind of, you know? Paid $100 for this. I probably could have found one on eBay that was cleaner and had all the original parts, and it wasn't broken. But there we got a properly colored memory expansion cover. Look at that. Looking good as new almost. And no longer broken. With the shell is no longer broken right here. And now we can test it out to make sure it actually works. So we'll take it on over to my TV area here, hook it back up to power, plug back in the HDMI, pop in a game, and we'll see if it still turns on. I suspect it will, but you never know. After tinkering around in there, make sure I didn't break something. But if anything, it should work better than it did. I cleaned it now. We got some power, and beautiful. I didn't connect the controller, but you get the idea. It works. So there you have it. Man, well, I think I fared a little bit better than some of the YouTube videos I watched. At least mine worked out of the gate. I actually saw one video where the system didn't even turn on or work at all, but after they cleaned it, it did. So if DKOldies would have cleaned it like they said they do, it would have worked from the beginning. So it was just kind of funny. It's like they got caught with their hand in the cookie jar, and then they're like, "Oh nope, it wasn't me." Even though we catch them red-handed, man, come on. How many people have to show that these things are not clean before they'll admit it? They keep insisting, no, of course we clean them all before we ship them out. I haven't seen a single system on all of YouTube of people opening up their systems where they've been like fully cleaned. They're always dirty. So I don't know. So as you can see here, we have a fully functional, clean, and tested N64 system. I wouldn't think after paying $100 to get it, I would have to refurbish it myself, but there you go. It took me like less than an hour to probably do this whole thing. I've cut it down for the video, but I had around an hour or so of footage when I was done with all this and chopped it all down, but it didn't take that long to kind of clean it up, and that was while I was trying to film the whole thing. So, alright everybody, hope you enjoyed this quick dive into my purchase from DKOldies, my first ever purchase from DKOldies, and it will probably be my last after this, because their prices are kind of high. I wouldn't mind how high they were if the system you get was actually like cleaned and fully refurbished like they claim. But if you enjoyed this, I highly encourage you to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But everybody, I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or night, whatever time it might be for you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.